Alright, so we are back in Ability Awards, and today's going to be a little bit of a long video. I'm going to be reviewing every single ability, besides, Malice, Mummy, Vampire, Reaper, and, Egg. Alrighty. I believe I've done multiple of these, but I will just go back through it. Default, I'm not going to do. So Soda is mainly a speed boost type. So their only ability, E, pushes enemies back and you back, but also you forward if you walk backwards. You spray it behind you and walk backwards in the direction of your enemy. And yeah, that's that for the first one. Now we have teleportation. Okay, it's like default with the fact that you're able to teleport like barely further away from. Also, I won't be showing Midas because I do not have the right amount of punches. But yep, this thing is very useless, and I'm just gonna teleport right off the bat. Map is what I'm gonna do. Use the ability to jump on the map of everything. It's movable. Shift is just a lot worse version. See, you can't use it, but the second you're knocked by somebody, you start glowing and then you run and punch them. Not really a good ability. It's good for if you want to like hit somebody that's trying to run from you, but otherwise, not very good at all. Besides it being a starter, obviously. Glue is very explanatory. It literally just leaves the glue trap on the ground then. And the glue gives slowness and sucks, but there we go. There's glue now. Moai, you punch. I believe like it stuns them on the ground for a little longer. Then their ability just every other is just one big ding and then like that's it for Moai. There's my arm again. Time for gravity. I think this is mastery. So the normal gravity is literally that you and nearby people go high in the air, and you're not affected by the damage, instant damage, but enemies are. Now, for mastery, E is like red. I will have to cut this noise out because I would have to turn the noise off because copyright infringement. Blue, like Lapis Blue Max, and then if you click both of them at the same time, which I will show in a minute, I'm probably just going to speed up while I wait for my ability to. Yeah. Okay. Hollow Purple. And plays music. Plays the Hollow Purple music, like the thing from JoJo. 4 minutes in, and it's literally not even close to being done at all. Boomerang, very self-explanatory. I believe, reworked it now, so like you go with it. Yeah. Seriously, is not that fun to use. Probably good for new players and if you master it, but it's not fun. Next video, I will have a new avatar. I'm keeping the TAF look, but obviously I'm gonna add some stuff to the TAF look. I'm gonna take off this here, and part of something in there probably, but my head's gonna be different, so not like this color anymore. Now soap basically sends out a soap bar that will target anybody closest to it, and once it hits them once, it goes for the next person. Let's say somebody's at the top of the tree. It will fly. It can fly up. Great for if you want to annoy your friends or have fun with like the auto target. Not very great for PvP though. Now we are on to grapple. Now this can be used in multiple ways. The E ability to grapple up to places, or the Q ability to grapple people off the map or grapple them to you. As you can see, now we have this plant user that's mad at me because I got rid of his kill, I guess. That's something I will cover in later today's video. E, if you time it correctly, they nerfed it so it doesn't really work too much, but yeah. Now robot, I'd say it's okay. The Q ability throws a wrench, and the E ability summons a cloned robot that will just auto target anyone in the radius of, in like a specific radius of you. Now, I believe Shackle. So the E ability for Shackle ties, basically ties the person to you. And the Q sends them, shackles them to the ground. Like, look, no. Q shackles them to you. E shackles them to the ground. I got that mixed up a little bit. But look, boom. He's now stuck there now. And cannot get out until after. I did not mean to do that, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Now, time for buff. Now, the ones I really like are like down there, but some are annoying. Buff, Q is a roll attack, which will knock down players. E, you eat a sandwich, and you become big, and you jump is bigger, you create shockwaves. You can roll, your punch does a lot of damage. Oh. Map refresh. But you do take damage after the side effect is over. I'm gonna roll out of style. Alright, there we go. Now we move on to slime. Slime is very kinda. This makes you jump every time you hit the ground. And then this sends a puddle down on the ground that anybody that walks in it is slowed. For some reason that guy was not. And let's fall off the map. Now, we are on to, oh, I completely missed it. We were here, mushroom. Mushroom gives you random class abilities. I'm not gonna go through for mushroom. Bounty hunter normal. Literally, I have absolutely no clue what it does. I forgot. Not used it in so long, I've forgotten on how to even what it does. Okay, so that sends out a ball that slows if they get attached, and E puts a bounty on people. Now the mastery for it. Oh, because my game froze real fast. Now the mastery for it actually so R. So Bounty Hunter normal can climb on walls, but Bounty Hunter Mastery climbs on it faster. R lets you see everyone in the map. E shoots a bullet, and Q shoots a trapping net, which will trap anybody and slow them. Sorry for the way I'm just trying to. And of course I missed. Okay. I believe we are on to Programmer. Probably one of the hardest abilities to use besides some others, but here, this sends out a bunch of like programmer balls, and if anybody touches them, they could glitch like that. And I believe this, I have absolutely no clue. I've never known what that does. I really wanted to use something before I felt better. Okay. Now let's head to Deflect. So his E ability, so I'm not trying to stereotype I'm trying to guess the gender of abilities, I'm sorry about that. The gender, oh my, I got my entire tongue mixed around it. The E ability has this around you, that makes it where anybody close gets flung. But then the Q sends out a ball that anybody that's close to it gets flung away from it. Which is quite the same possibility. I have no clue what I just said there, and I really wanted to use my ability beforehand. I forgot to. Alright. Barrier. One of the best nullifying ways to nullify the effect of time. You'll still get stopped in it, but they can't really hit you. Closes around them, and like, so Q does that. E creates a barrier that only you're able to be in, and also other people if they're near you in this radius. The walls are bouncy, and I can show you a tech with this. So basically, if you're about to fall off the map, use it, and when somebody like that guy, for some reason, wanted to get revenge on me for whatever I did to him, I don't know, it will send you flying back up. Magnet, which is not really either fun. I have not had it mastered. Just pulls the target in and does that immediately. That's it for magnets. I think people think I'm a bum in chat, not gonna lie. Never mind. Now we are on to overcharge. So this is actually how you get pulse. You have to hit the magnet. You have to get the magnet user, and they have to magnet you, and then you have to use this passive. Hit them with that. So this passive, come here, let me punch you. Okay, whatever. I'll just use whoever's closest to me at the time as my, like, punching bag currently, I guess. Can I start a fight with you? Electrocutes them. Then this throws the thing that electrocutes. And then this obviously electrocutes too again. Boy, I'm just trying to walk away from you. Whee! Alright. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it just passively comes back over time. Alright. Now, stone, basically, Q, I don't want to use it. Q wraps you in rock and makes your damage basically makes the amount of damage you take gets reduced, but you're slower, and then the E just shoots out a rock. Snow is literally like the same thing, except that the Q ability summons a wall of snow. And then the E, you have to roll around. You click E, and then the ball forms, and you have to roll it around to make it bigger. Q, E makes it where anybody that hits you has whatever they do to it. So you don't get hit, but they do. Good for if you're trying to kill a Devour Soul user. And Q shoots out cards. Meteor, I guess I'll do Meteor because y'all probably are getting mad. E summons a small meteor. For some reason, it didn't show up. Q summons E summons the moon. Q summons that tiny little rock. I don't know why my E ability didn't work. I'll show you the E actually. Speed up the time. Never mind, I'm not speeding the time up actually. Did bro really think free? Did he die? Oh, that's a free kill for me. Nice. Okay. Now, if we go into here, we have plant. Alright, listen to me here. Don't use plant. E, shoot out a ball, does damage, except it literally does so bad. Q just does this. Your passive is this with the music too. You literally just. I might have to do voiceover on this part, so I'm not gonna lie. Just do this. You can actually, if you're lucky enough, you can actually go under the map if you don't like end up like, yeah, look, I'm under the map, but that's just cheating. Basically, it's not bannable. It's not really cheating, but it's just really not really nice to. Lava, I believe Q ability shoots out, and then your E ability just sends you forward. Which is actually very fun if you want to draw stuff on the map. I don't think the God Punch user very liked me a little bit. He did not. Okay, now we are on to static. Static, self-explanatory, static. It's just static. Q, just teleports you to a player. E, teleports you into this world like that you're able to like for a little bit go somewhere like that. Now, the distance for Q is like so small, so I wouldn't say it's best for PvP. It's best for running, not best for running, but it's definitely not good for PvP. I already forgot what I'm using. Okay, Blood God. This teleports you, then they get teleported to your realm. That this is kind of like. Oh, it's a Bone Master user. You want to hit him? Well, for my example, this, I'm just going to say it's a guy, because Avatar. I'm going to lose because I absolutely suck at Blood God. I don't like using Blood God, so I don't use it. Bone. So, it's Q ability. This is unmastered. Q ability shoots out a range of bone, and then E ability just shoots out one bone. E for this shoots out a kind of line. Q does this. Then you have to get 100%. It should say it like up there, I think. 100%. Then you're able to use R, which like throws a bunch of bones at people. Which, if you hit one person that's not max but not like low, too low, can like easily kill them. Crystal. I can see the difference between it. It is literally like it's like ice, which is like the same thing that happened between stone and snow. E puts this around you, and then Q does that. Also, by the way, my color I'm using is ability theme. I don't remember the ability I use, like the color theme I use, but it's like a nuclear type look. Mage mat like normal I can't show because I already have it mastered and I don't want to show it. R sacrifices HP. Gale Javelin like sends people forward. Water Cocoon takes mana but heals you. Be careful not to kill yourself when you do that. Dragon's Breath and Terror Wall. All very simple. Like seriously simple. Sorry for the stutter. Yeah. We have nuclear now. Nuclear I was just thinking of thumbnail currently. Nuclear, their Q ability grabs your arm, launches it towards somebody. So your stability, once it hits like 0, you explode. But if you like continuously, that guy was very annoying. But E is like it charges back, then punches, and it like releases nuclear energy. Cyborg, very simple. You can tell by the picture. Its Q ability or E sends out your arms as rockets, and its Q or E shoots storm. Literally just turns you into a tornado. Paddling, basically just a shield and a slam, but this is mastered over here. This is mastered version. Q blocks, you hold it, it continues blocking. You punch, it sends it outwards. Then I believe E has something. So E does like a slam, but I think if you do Q and then E, it does something. For some reason my E ability, no, it throws it out. Then you're able to recall it by clicking E again. And I'm just gonna wait for a refresh. So you do this, and then you E. Since you rush forward, and then you throw it at them when you hit somebody. Very simple. Not really to master, but fun to use. For a PvP, good too. Because of the shield. Now, time for another ability. Ooh, okay, so Devour Souls, I'm not gonna get that far into it. You kill people, you get more souls, you get stronger, do more damage, and your speed increases. Very hard to get though, because time. Okay, I'll show time. Q sends you back like that. Let's just go to here and use my E ability when I can. So E just stops time around you. If you've seen any other video, and also that, the picture of it, like right here, that's the barrier for it. Very cool. Internet, very simple. You open banana clicker, you go to like, or so don't click Q, click E, go here, banana clicker. The more bananas you get, you're able to go like buy stuff, pack a punch. That's like a gamble. This is how you get one of the things. Buy stuff here. And if I'm just gonna do banana clicker. Because if you get $50, you're able to like spin for you're able to spin and just hope you don't get death. Because it kills you instantly. Okay, now that internet's over, we can start getting into the good ones, like dice. This is a more luck-based, if you know what I mean. More of like a luck-based. Green coin means you get a buff. Red means you get debuffed. E just shoots a dice that gives you like a random thing. You can also get a gun out of spinning with the coin, and you can shoot it. Very simple. Hold up. Sorry about that. Now, pirate. Now, I might go through a lot of the abilities in a different video, like some of the ones I didn't go through. Pirate's E ability shoots you out of a cannon, like you're able to aim, then you press E again, and you shoot yourself out of a cannon. Q, you jump, you slam and like jump. Hold up again, I'm sorry about that. This guy just killed me, I guess. Okay, we're almost done with the normal abilities. We have Freeze, Cosmos, Quantum, and then a couple more over there. Freeze, self-expand. Well, Cosmos I'm not gonna get into because I'm gonna make a Quantum. I'm not gonna get into. I'll get into Cosmos and Freeze, but not Quantum. I think I already made a video on Quantum. I know I made a video on that, but I don't want to do Quantum. Q sends out a trail. You're able to aim, kinda. E, that's a slam. It just slams ice on the ground. Your arm's also covered in ice. Cosmos is now, I have literally no use for Cosmos unless you have the like weakened version of it, like the mastered. E grabs people. Q literally just nothing good at all. Okay, I was trying to kill me, I guess. Now let's get into finally the good ones over here. Berserker. I'm gonna get into Berserker, I guess. So the Q is like a jump and slam, and then the E just wait. Self-explanatory for the E. I'm just gonna that. He's trying to get me, but I already reset it. So now we're at Railgun, Stardust, and Plasma. Railgun Q ability sucks like energy out of other people and it powers your Railgun. Stardust and Plasma I'm going to. Midas, as I said in the start of the video, I don't have the red enough stuff for it. I'm using Stardust, so the R gives you a buff if you stand on it. E shoots, and then my personal favorite, which launches people off the map like that. I'm still glowing green. Alrighty. Now, time for Plasma, I think. Plasma, yes. And then we got most of these here. I will actually tell you how to get Engineer if you need to know about that if you don't know yet. E shoots. R teleports like a you're able to teleport up to 3 times. Q, like, I have no clue what Q does. I think it just bah! I don't. I deleted it. Yeah. Okay, so that's what Plasma does. Oh, I missed multiple times. Now we are getting. I'm gonna make a video for custom and God Punch, and I did a video for God Punch already, I think, and custom. I'm not doing double jump. I'm gonna do Void first. Q summons a ball that anybody near it gets pulled in. Q like has like a tentacle come out of nowhere and like slams the person into the ground. Bye. So that's Void. Now if we go to Mech, I have the mastery for it. Ejector chair. I have no. I don't know why this is not working. That's that and that's that. Then if we just do drill, and I believe if I have absolutely no clue on how to actually start. Like, how do you, or to be honest, I might be glitched here, because I can't get off the screen, but I might have been glitched. Yeah, my legs were glitched, alright. Well, that's really all I can do for now. Puppet. E sends out a clone of you, which is very cool. Q I believe you like resurrect. So R makes a clone. R does something. Now you're actually able to. I have no clue actually. If you kill somebody, if somebody dies and you're the radius of near you, you're able to like resurrect them and more. But or rage is actually so once you get below 50% HP, you go into a rage state, you do more damage, and you become faster by a little. E, slam, Q, you dash at them and slam their head in the ground. That's all. Warden, Ladar is like the Ladar game. This based off. This is really actually based off Minecraft. The Warden is based off Minecraft, basically. Not very original, but I don't really care. Gingerbread, you could got it any Christmas. Q does like the ability from like the the Do V ability from Bloxworks. You go in here, this is your own little like domain, kinda. And also you're a little bigger than the average player size. But farmer just plays farm and like other stuff. Warrior, you hit somebody, you put your thing right here down, and they go after. Alchemist, I gotta do alchemist. Now the normal mastery, you are able to just choose like a base set. Now the mastery for alchemist is like this. That's that. The Q ability, as you notice, I just made a swift potion. If I click Q after it was done, I would just got the swift potion in. Again, the vendor made a video on that. Bubble protects you in a shell, and this straight up shoots an auto-targeting bubble that really just sucks at doing its job because they will auto-target really anything besides mushroom and map stuff. Okay, I'm getting tired of explaining, but I still got a while to go. Jello summons this little thing you're able to go in, but people going in it will bounce. Q, very self-explanatory. I really didn't have anything really, as you just saw, nothing to really say about this, so moving on. Now we're at return, which also has bind. Return. Q makes it where you can't get hit for a little while. E, self-explanatory. You return from the dead, but slower. Now, actually, as you realize that most of these, besides like Pulse, has this like little glowing thing. This is different. As you can see, I have bind now. Let's just attach some bind balls. That's really it for all I know. But we are pretty close to being done. I only have a couple left to go. This video is probably going to be like 40 minutes because I'm not editing any of this. I'm not editing it. This is all just pure goodness. Pulse, Q. So Pulse, you're able to spam E to like bring it next to you. So like, also if you click E and then there's that. If you punch somebody or like you get punched, I think. Nice. But Q eventually. I'm just trying to pick a fight with anybody that will fight me. See, look. Well, I don't know why it's not working currently. I think I have to like. No. I don't like it. See, look. Small blast force. It's really okay, but I'm gonna fall into the void. Okay. That's that. Portal summons you to a dimension. If you never watched gameplay of Portal the game, the mastery, you should go watch it. It's like that. Hive Mind, infect people, you get stronger. Tree is like the same thing as mushroom. Spectral, I don't know what the Q ability does. I'll show you the E, but I don't know what the Q does. See, Q when you're in ghost form sends you back. Q when you're not just does that. I think it like enhances your strength or something. I have no clue for what it does. Lemon, go invisible, and have abilities for mastery. Music, play music, get buffs. I mean, and it gets louder the more you play perfect. Very self-explanatory for that music ability. Probably gonna copyright again. MLG. E makes you spin around. I missed. Q, you drink a bag of Doritos. And you have these cool sunglasses on. It makes you speed up. Okay. I have to get a refresher. My back was hurting from literally sitting. Okay, I'm sorry again for the ringing sound. Brick battlers. It really just. It's literally just this. Some guy just for some reason decided to attack me while I'm trying to showcase this. Your cursor, if you're on computer, glitches kinda. It's fine, it actually looks better. So the spring, like a long range buoyancy type thing. It's very hard to actually aim it and work it, so if you want to get on the tree, you gotta stand like right here, jump, and then there. Time to bounce away from the map. I'm not editing anything as I said so I'm not gonna add music. I might actually add like some music to the background. I might have to edit it just cause I want to add music in the background. But alright. Hero of Justice, one of the hardest abilities to get in the entire game. R summons a sword. E, you charge E and it shoots out a bunch of swords. I'm aiming to kill that guy. Q places that, makes it where the person who gets stuck in it cannot move for a couple. They can move. It's just that they're stuck to that one little zone there. I really want to mess up that guy's artwork, not gonna lie. Mystic. Now, Mystic is E, shoot out a bunch of orbs, and if your color theme is actually black, these orbs are invisible. You cannot see the orbs at all, which is just a really cool little feature. Well, not really feature. I hit somebody, I think. This is about to be like an hour long, which is gonna be like my longest video yet. Krampus. E, you can like charge it up. Q, you grab somebody into your bag and then slam them in the ground. And that's that. Now, I won't have an outro or intro. I've never had this, I think. I need to figure out actually how to make one. Festive. I'm gonna make a video on it maybe. Crafter, I thought I already did. The E ability gives you a item. The Q ability gives you like just like a chill thing. And that's that for those. Combo. Get 100 kills on DOS, Devour of Souls. EQE, like EEQ or QQE or whatever type of stuff you want to do, like that. That's if you hit somebody. Now for Engineer and UFO, both of these are mastery. You need 200 souls on Devour Souls. You're able to build with Engineer. UFO is just a UFO. It's very explanatory itself. It's just literally is in its name. UFO. Firework. Sends out a firework for one of his abilities, and then one of its other, like Q, sends you up high up and then shoots out fireworks, and then E sends out a singular firework. You're able to detonate whenever you want. And now for bomb, rabbit, cake, and randomize. Randomize just gives you a random ability. Cake, you throw cake at people, it blows up. That's literally it. Rabbit, I'll go for rabbit. We only have 2 abilities left. Sorry about that. I have no clue why I'm glowing. That like very defeats purpose of it, but okay. First that E, and then your jump should be greatly enhanced. I thought it would greatly. Yeah, it greatly enhances your jump by a little. But it doesn't greatly do it, but spinning. Alright, time for bomb. I love this ability when if I'm teaming with somebody and they want to attack someone, I go here, I basically just stick a bomb onto them, and I blow it up whenever I want to. You. Wait, hold up, you. No, wait. Like, here, I'm just gonna show you. Now you listen. I'd suck it. Go in a crowd. Go in a crowd. Like that. Go in a crowd. That sucked. That sucked. And that's wraps. Goodbye, YouTube.